getting straight into the top 5 news stories of the day. The U.S. and China have made a historic pact to take action in the global fight against climate change. Now, the agreement happened at the APEC summit in China, and the president acknowledged it as a major milestone in U.S.-China relations. The hope is that the rest of the world will follow suit. And Obama's official business is not the only thing causing the president to make headlines while in China. Apparently, so are his so-called diplomatic faux pas. For example, the car you see him exit out of was not the one provided by the Chinese. And according to reporters there, the Chinese president was not too happy that Obama snubbed his ride. But it doesn't end there. Apparently, the Chinese president was also not impressed with President Obama's gum-chewing abilities. I guess the choice of a rival car plus the gum-chewing were just too much. But that's not all. We're going to leave the most offensive moment to Russia's Vladimir Putin. So you see him put the shawl on China's first lady. Well, Mr. Putin, that is perhaps the biggest no-no of all. You know, it is so offensive. All traces of the image have been erased from Chinese media. And in other news, the family of Thomas Eric Duncan, the Liberian national who died in a Dallas hospital from Ebola in early October, has reached an agreement with that hospital. Lawyers from the family say they are expected to discuss the resolution today. Duncan was the first person to be diagnosed with Ebola in the U.S. and the only person to die from the disease in this country. And one of the biggest space missions in recent history is expected to play out today. The Rosetta spacecraft is supposed to drop a lander into a comet nearly 4 billion miles from Earth.
It's scientifically sexy. It's going to give us so much information, so much science.
If successful, it'll be the first time humans have ever attached a robot to a comet. The mission, operated by the European Space Agency, will be streamed live on various websites starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, and closing out our top 5 news, with Veterans Day fresh on our minds, we wanted to show you this video. We found that, hitting that high note. Since Monday, his performance has got millions upon millions of views. Wilson says he's overwhelmed with all the love and support he's received. He actually knows well the feeling of getting a crowd on its feet. He's sung at more than 80 professional sports games over the past 16 years.
That's awesome.
Such a sweet guy, and we got to honor those veterans.
Definitely.
So who better than to sing the national anthem?
No one better, but I had an honor of singing at a Knicks game and a bunch of national anthems all across the country myself. It's tough to do that.
Yeah.
And to hit that high note with the everything coming back at you, and it's not only good for the audience, it's great for the players too. Like they get inspired
And
too.
you can feel the love in his voice,
yes,
the passion when
absolutely.
he's singing.
He's awesome.
That.